Hey guys, how's it going? It's Connor. I'm joined with Jacob,
What's up?
and this is a very last-minute current events podcast, but it is your bi-weekly current events podcast. So first, we're gonna start off.
We're gonna start with Florida
our
Man.
Florida Man
and
segment.
I found a great one. This makes me happy. So, Florida Man threatened to destroy an entire town with his army of turtles, and he kept calling himself the Saint, not a saint.
Yeah, he told the cops, "You messed with the saint,
Yeah,
and you'll be sorry."
He said they'd be sorry because you messed with the Saint. It's like
Saint.
a super villain.
Yeah,
the
his superpowers,
Saint.
he can control an army of turtles, apparently.
I just want to know what kind of turtles he was thinking of. Were they like the really big, like loggerhead sea
snapping
turtles? Snapping, or were they like the
the
small?
garden turtles,
Were they like the
little
small
white
ones you accidentally catch in like the pond in your
Yeah.
backyard? Because those wouldn't be very dangerous unless he could really control.
He was beating on the walls.
Oh, yeah.
Before he left the prison
So
or something.
He was taken to a police station. You know how they have like the walls with like the bulletproof glass for like interrogations? Well, they took him in there and he started just like banging on the glass like a gorilla at the zoo before they let him leave.
Yeah.
Then they found him threatening people at a 7-Eleven down the street.
Yeah. So that's Florida.
Oh, it's so great.
That's why we're not going to Florida.
I am going to Florida very soon,
Well,
actually, a couple of months.
Stay safe. All right. Now that Florida is taken care of, first story going on this week. Apparently, they're going to release the very first image of a black hole event horizon sometime today. Not entirely sure when.
Wait.
They just said they will.
Time out. Wasn't Event Horizon the name of the black hole from Interstellar?
No, the event horizon is like the center of the black hole, and event horizon like rings a bunch of bells in your head because that's a very common like sci-fi name. There was a book called Event Horizon. There's a movie called Event Horizon.
I thought that was the name of the black hole from Interstellar, or like was it Man of Steel or whatever.
See a black hole for the first time in a historic image from the Event Horizon telescope.
Oh, the name of the telescope is Event Horizon.
That's what I said, wasn't it?
You said it was the name of the black hole.
Oh. My bad.
You said it was the center of the black hole.
Yeah.
Atrocities.
A network of 10 radio telescopes spread across the planet and functioning as if it were a single receiver. So there's a bunch of satellites that is taking a picture of this black hole, and that's like a big deal.
My question is, well, one, where is this black hole? Because aren't black holes supposed to be like insanely dangerous?
Yes. I mean, they are literally nothing.
Yeah, because aren't they supposed to be like, can't they like suck things into
Yeah.
them to have like a gravitational pull?
Yeah.
Did they just discover it and just go, hey,
No, I think it's just
let's
a matter of
snap a picture?
I think it's a matter of we finally got like the not technology, the like capability. So yeah, I think it's more of, it's not a matter of we just now are deciding to take a picture of a black hole. I think it's more of we just now have figured out how to take a picture of a black hole.
Yeah, but
So-
why do we want to take a picture of a black
I
hole?
mean, yeah, like that's cool and all, but like why? Like you're saying, why?
And also, how do we have the capability to take pictures of a black hole, but we still
Yeah.
have only charted like 10% of the Earth's oceans?
Yeah, that's that's what I was saying before we started recording. Like, if a black hole it's literally nothing, like no light, nothing, and a picture is capturing light, right? So how do you take a picture of nothing?
But also, wouldn't they be like a little more nervous about it? Because
Yeah.
aren't black holes supposed to be like
Well, I mean, it's like a
really
light. It's
dangerous?
like light years, like eons away, dude.
Oh, I didn't know where
Like
it
we're
was.
using like we're using I think it said like 5 super telescopes.
No,
to take a picture
I didn't
of
know where it
this,
was.
so-
Wait, time out. So as I said, we can take a picture from light years away, but we can't get decent Wi-Fi. anywhere.
Dude, priorities,
ever.
man. What?
And we can't even chart like half of the Earth's oceans.
Yeah, the response time on the Curiosity rover is like 16, like, I think. Actually, let me look that up.
I don't understand. So we have all this technology, but we can't cure cancer, supposedly. We've only charted 10% of the Earth's oceans. I can't get Wi-Fi in a bathroom that's 10 feet from the router. I mean, what is the point of technology if you can't use it for, like, things that I think are more important? But, I mean, as it kind of said, a black hole is literally just the absence of anything.
It takes up to 8 minutes to communicate with the Mars rover. This says.
It takes me 8 minutes to download YouTube videos.
But anyways, next story then.
A woman went to the hospital for an infection in her eye because it kept itching, and when doctors looked at it, they found 4 bees living in her eye and eating her tears. I'm not kidding. This was posted this morning from the Washington Post. So
yeah, that's legit.
Is pretty legit. This isn't like an Onion article. This is insane. How do you not know there are bees in your eyeballs?
4 sweat bees pulled from a woman's eyelid were apparently craving salt and feeding off of her tears. The 29-year-old woman had no idea why her eye was swollen shut. She was in unbearable pain and could not stop tearing up. The Taiwanese woman said she was confused about why an issue she thought was an infection kept getting worse. But when the woman, identified by her surname He, received treatment at Fujian University Hospital in Taiwan, Fujian, whatever, doctors didn't find a bacterial infection while looking at her eyes through a microscope. Hung Chi Ting, the hospital's head of whatever that word is, ophthalmology, I guess, witnessed something he hadn't seen before. Insect legs were wiggling from one of her eye sockets.
So these were like...
I mean, you guys can't see the face I'm making right now, but...
Like, not like they just call them bees, but they're like microscopic
they're sweat
animals.
Bees. Sweat bees are really small.
But still, though, that's insanity.
Yeah. they're like that big.
How do you get them in your eyes and then not notice?
Just they're like really small bees. That's basically it. But yeah, he yanked out a small bee, and it was alive.
What?
And he yanked it out of her eye. Okay, I think we should move on now.
It makes more sense now that that it's not in America, because for some reason I was thinking it was in America, but.
All right, well, now we can move on to the United States.
Taiwan.
All right, next story. A guy in Wilmington, North Carolina. So that's about 2 hours from where we live.
Ish, yeah.
He was charged with animal cruelty for abandoning his pet fish. Once again, this is from the Washington Post this morning.
There's a lot of stuff happening, like crazy things happening this morning.
Michael Ray Hinson was the one who got away, prosecutors say.
What kind of fish was it must have been like some sort of rare fish.
I mean,
right?
this just says it was a fish.
If they were to charge him with animal cruelty.
You don't have any comments about the fish?
It
was just a fish.
How it must have been some sort of like exotic fish.
I mean, still, it's a fish. So.
But still, the charge this. Was it a person? Was it a man?
It was a dude,
yeah. Okay. So the charge this man with animal cruelty. It wasn't like a goldfish or something. This had to be like an exotic creature that he had in a pretty big tank. Like something that he probably shouldn't have had in the first place.
Fish aren't covered by animal abuse laws in North Carolina, prosecutor says.
Well, then why did they charge him?
They were dropped.
Oh, okay.
That's what the story is about. The North Carolina man who was arrested on multiple counts of animal abuse after he abandoned his pet fish had the charges against him dropped Tuesday. So what kind of fish was it?
Did they just find the fish in his home?
After being abandoned, a pet fish is recovering from disease and neglect at North Carolina pet store, while its owner was arrested on multiple animal abuse charges. The Oscar fish is rehabilitating at the Fish Room in Wilmington, store employee Ethan Lane told the state on Wednesday. Its former owner, Michael Ray Hinson, was behind bars before being released on $4,000 bond, WRAL reported. The 53-year-old abandoned the fish after he was evicted from his new Hanover County home March 22nd. When the Oscar fish was found by deputies March 25th, it was in poor health and swimming in a dirty tank. But it's, but it's a fish.
I've never heard of an Oscar fish.
Yeah. Apparently that's what it is.
So, I understand, abandoning it because you're getting evicted.
It's a fish. If
But again,
I
it's
get
a fish.
evicted or if I'm moving out and I can only take so much, a fish is not going to be a priority. Because most of the time they give you a few weeks to get your stuff out, right? Not even if you're lucky, they'll give you a few weeks to move your stuff out.
It depends on the eviction notice, I guess, because if they've warned you that you're going to get evicted a few times, they'll just give you an eviction notice that says, you have a week to get out.
Exactly. And so, if I have a week to get out of my house and I'm, packing my stuff, the fish is going to be, the last thing I think about.
Last story of the day. So, Warner Brothers
filed several copyright claims against Trump.
Warner Brothers is one of those companies that's very stingy with their copyright, like Disney. You have to be very careful what you put out from certain companies with their copyright, for copyright infringement. I forget.
Infringement, I think is how you're supposed to say it.
I forget the
something
word.
Like that.
But Donald Trump was putting out campaign videos for his 2020 run at the election, and he used certain things from The Dark Knight Rises, which was the third installment in the Christopher Nolan Batman series by Warner Brothers. And Warner Brothers sued him saying that, please do not use The Dark Knight Rises or any Warner Brothers material in your campaign stuff. And that it was copyright and that they were going to sue him.
On Tuesday, the president tweeted a bizarre video scored to Hans Zimmer track. In response, Warner Bros. Filed a copyright claim and got the clip zapped. So, Warner Bros. Just won a copyright claim against the president of the United States.
Well, yeah.
So, that's that's funny.
The president is not above the law, and copyright is.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's funny that he used, just in the first place, that he used Dark Knight Rises footage and music.
Yeah, what was the reason?
I don't know. Something about his 2020 campaign. They didn't say it because it was taken down. So it was just dude, it's Trump.
I guess he's calling himself the Dark Knight, and that he's because it's gonna
nothing against Trump.
It's gonna be his second term. It's gonna be he's gonna rise. I don't get it.
Nothing against Trump. He's just weird. He's just weird.
He got copyrighted in his first campaign for using people's music that they didn't want.
Did he really?
Yeah, he would walk out for
I don't remember that.
Debates and rallies and stuff to Thunderstruck and certain songs or Born in the USA. And so he got sued several times by Bon Jovi and not Bon Jovi.
Tomorrow
AC/DC.
when I walk into class, I'm just gonna play Thunderstruck from my phone.
As long as you don't tape it and put it on the internet.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all the time we have for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed our I'll just say odd stories for today.
Yeah.
Things were a little bit weird this week.
Yeah, we apologize for how
gross.
It's been an odd week here at the office, basically.
Yeah.
So
the studio.
Between we have prom on Friday and an early release day yesterday. So it's been a little rough sailing. But we're good. We got this. We're resilient people. We're good at our jobs.
All right. Well, thank you for listening. I'm Connor.
I'm Jacob. Stay classy.
And we will see you next week with our Nostalgia Trip Part 2.
Ooh, yeah, it's gonna be exciting. And then a week
Definitely
off after that for spring break.
Oh yeah, that's right. See you guys later.
Peace.